What's good, YouTube? My name is Elevated Comics, and today is May 20th, Wednesday, new comic book day. And today, we're going to the comic book store, not much else. Today's the Absolute Green Arrow #1 day, so hold on, let me open this. Whoa. Today's Absolute Green Arrow #1 day, so we're going to the comic store. I have to get a storage box because I've read a lot of books this week, so we did our job. So, comic store, getting a storage box, getting comics. Let's get into the video. Alright, so I wanted to start off this video with a comic quote of the week. I've been trying to do them every week, so the comic quote of the week basically just something inspirational or something that you can take with you throughout the week, you know? So this week it's by Amazing Spider-Man #28. I really like this issue. Finally, they're done with the Death Spiral event and it's actually good comics because I did not like that event. Anyways, there is a new superhero in New York that is on patrol and he sees Spider-Man on the roof having a rough time, so he's chit-chatting with him. And they get onto the conversation of what the new superhero's name means to him and why he chose that name. So I'll have the page right here, and basically says he's about to leave, and then Spider-Man says, "So why Kintsugi? That's his superhero name. What does it mean?" And then he says, "When something breaks like pottery, there's like this Japanese art where they use gold to put pieces back together. It makes it stronger than before, and it's a reminder. Our flaws, the cracks in life, they make us stronger." Take that with you for the rest of the week. And next, I also want to start highlighting my page of the week, my favorite page of the week from my favorite artists of that week. So this week, the artist for this book was Juanan Ramirez, Noel #5. Hold on, let me hold that better. Noel #5. So I really like this book. Thanos is coming back for round 2, and he gets Krypton, basically. So that is my page of the week right there. If I can't see it, if that's not a good representation, then I'll have it right here. So, very peak. Noel, instead of being the dark god or whatever, the dark person, he's the all white, and he's the exact opposite of what he used to be. And he's still a badass. He's still a bad guy, but he's just white now instead of black, and it's hella cool. Whoop Thanos' butt. That was my comic quote of the week and my page of the week. So take that with you for the rest of the week, and let's get into the books that I read. Alright, so I already showed you. I read Amazing Spider-Man #28. Peek. And then we got Noel #5. Favorite. That's a really good series. If you guys are just wanting to pick up a random Marvel series, Noel. Captain America #10. Very good. Captain America #11. Very peak. So basically, there's 3 different. There's S.H.I.E.L.D., the United States. There's Captain America Squad. There's a rebellion team that's part of Latveria, and then there's a bad group that's part of Latveria. So there's like 6 different groups fighting right now, and they're all going for Doom's treasure, his special treasure that he hid under a statue. And everyone's fighting for it, and everyone's going for it. And Steve Rogers dies. Captain America dies. And he wakes up, and he's in hell, and he gets greeted by Doom. So he's in hell with Doom, and I think that was Doom's plan all along, because it's Doom. He knows everything, or he's the big bad. So I think this was part of his plan. So we will see in the next issue why Doom is in hell, and why Captain America is in hell, and why they're together. So we will see that in the next issue. We got Civil War Unmasked #1. And if you were in my last, if you were watching when I picked this up, then I was right. This is based off of the old Civil War series, and it picks up. Actually, it goes a little bit before and a little bit after. It's a lot of in between stuff about the Civil War series. So very, very interesting. And in the next issue, Spider-Man's supposed to reveal his identity. Reveal his identity to the world as Peter Parker. So very cool. And then we got the Amazing Spider-Man Spider-Versity. Peak. I liked all of them. The only one I knew beforehand was Miles, so now I know, there's 4 or 5 different more Spider people. That's not Gwen. from the Spider-Verse movie. But yeah, there's like Silk, there's Spider-Woman, there's Spider-Girl, there's a Mexican girl one too. That's hella cool. What else do we got? We got Wolverine, Weapons of Armageddon. I really like this series. This one is part of the Captain America series. I think I've talked about this series before, but basically he's trying to find. So they did super soldier experiments on Wolverine to get his claws and his like healing factor, and they've been doing that to other people, trying to recreate a new super soldier, and it hasn't really worked out. A bunch of people get trauma and they all die, or like heart disease and stuff like that. But this one person they made, he worked out, and he's like the epitome of all of them, and he's like the best version of all of them, like the best, and he's like mind controlled and all that stuff. And then he breaks free, and he's running away, and he's by himself. And that was in the last issue. And Wolverine found him, and he's like trying to like basically like mentor him and tell him like it's okay to run away from these people. These are bad people, but like you also have to like lock in. And then basically this whole issue was he was running from them, and they were running from other people. So it was like the government was chasing Wolverine that was chasing him, and now they all met up at the base where like they didn't know who was trying to kill them. Now they know who is trying to kill them, and the next issue they're all fighting basically. That's all I could say. All right, the Uncanny X-Men number 28, very, very peak. Now I understand why it says who's been sleeping in my bed, because the new group of Uncanny X-Men, I'm assuming that they got teleported to a different like world or universe, because the teachers that are them, their AIs are not real, and they figured it out, and they decided to fight the fake AI grown-up X-Men. And then what else happened in that one? It was a good book. I just read a lot, so I forgot. Here Lies the X-Men, number 29, the regular X-Men series, and number 28. And this one, I think one of them mentioned Cyclops in his own little series, because it said he was going on his own mission and they haven't heard back from him. And that's what happened in this Cyclops series. So I think that's a little tie into that. That's pretty cool. Other than that, Psylocke is in there. There's this new person that can control a black hole with their brain, and a missile was about to hit the ship, and he used the black hole to curve the missile over the ship, and it was hella cool. All right, Magic and Colossus, number 4. One of my favorite series, I said it again. Yeah, just a brother-sister beef. They don't really know how to understand each other, even though they keep telling each other what they like are like trying to tell each other, and just go straight over their head. And kind of cool, you know. We got Jubilee, number 1. I like this series. I did. I thought it was going to be very different, and I actually did enjoy that one a lot. It was about her cousin, right? I think it was her cousin or her... Yeah, a long-lost cousin. They had to find her aunt, and it worked out. He found the aunt, and then basically it was because the cousin works for the Chinese government or some type of government that is looking for mutants, and his aunt happened to be a mutant. So he couldn't be in contact with her, like for specific reasons, because if he were to be in contact with her, he would have to arrest her. So he never made contact with her. So he used Jubilee as a third man to go rescue his mom, because he couldn't rescue her. And they did it, and at the very end, she was still mad that he's a cop, and she was like lecturing him. Wolverine, number 20. This is so good. I hope they keep using Hercules. They just stopped the whole Adamantium King and all that stuff. He went back to Silver Sable, and he basically said, I bring too much trouble. These kids don't need that much trouble around me. And she said, I agree. And they went their own ways. So very cool. Hopefully Hercules comes back. I really like that series. So the new number 21 is going to be a new arc. So very excited for that one. We got X-Men United, number 2. I really like this series. I don't really like how they are depicting Cyclops right now. I don't know why. But also, what's going on with Magneto? Why isn't he walking? Why is he in Xavier's chair? And where's Jean Grey? I don't know any of that stuff. I just hopped onto the series. Like, I just hopped into reading comics this year, so I don't really know what's been going on. I haven't read any of the old X-Men books, like Age of Krakoa and all that stuff. So I'm just going based off of vibes, and I'm just using context clues. Obviously, he hasn't stood up in the last issue, and in this issue, he was in like that chair the whole time. So I'm just assuming that he can't walk. And I didn't know that Emma Frost and Cyclops were a couple before, so that's pretty cool. I ship them way better than Jean Grey and Cyclops. Rogue number 4. Peek, peek, peek. I don't really know why they had the Red Hulk in it. Oh, that's not the Red Hulk. That's Sabretooth. I really like this issue. It showed her mother, which is Mystique. I would have never guessed that. I would have guessed that Mystique was Nightcrawler's mom. But yeah, so Mystique is her mom, and she's been having this vision of what's happened at this certain time in the last 4 issues. She's been going back to that time, but she can't remember the full thing. And in this issue, she remembered the full thing. She took, because her power is to take other people's power, and she can use their power, right? So she took Sabretooth's power and killed someone, and she couldn't control it because Sabretooth is all like, what is it called? What's the word? Like animalistic, like brutal and all that stuff. So she couldn't control herself, and she killed that person, and she couldn't remember why until this last issue, and then she started like crashing out and stuff. And then she got her powers back because in the last issue she lost her powers. So now she got her powers back. She figured out her trauma, and we're ready for the next arc. We got the Punisher number 3. Very cool. Micro from the Punisher TV show is in here, and he's been having trouble with someone put something in his head, and he's been figuring out. He's been mad trying to figure out why, and he asked Micro for help. Little does he know, Micro was the one that put it in his head, and he locked himself in a closet, and then he told him after he locked himself in the closet so he couldn't kill him, and then he also told him like how to fix it. So he shot himself with a shotgun up the head, and it I don't know how he didn't die, but anyways, it got rid of whatever's happening to him. So in the next issue, we have a peak Punisher. So we will see full-blown Punisher. We got Moon Knight number 3, DNA cover, and we got Moon Knight number 4. Dude, the Zodiac is probably my favorite villain right now. Him, like, just like there was so it was at the beginning it was Moon Knight versus Bushmaster in a little house, but he set it up. Zodiac set it up that way, and he had like speakers all throughout the house and stuff like that. So he was announcing it like it was a UFC fight. It was so funny. And they were fighting, and there was fear gas in there, so they were both afraid of each other at different times. And the art in these stories, that artist has been killing it. I love the way he draws Moon Knight. And there was one panel where he drew Khonshu, and it was Khonshu behind all the panels, and then each panel behind, it was so sick, dude. And then we got Wade Wilson, Deadpool, number 4 and number 3. I really like this series. I thought it was gonna be like, when I thought Deadpool, I thought like Punisher, to be honest, but with jokes and like cuss words. So, but this is very different. He has a daughter. I didn't know he had a daughter, first off, but she died, and we learned that in these last 2 issues. Rip. He couldn't figure out, he was having like a bad memory or whatever, but he couldn't figure out the full memory, just like Rogue. And then at the end, he figures out, he figured out I can't think right now, guys. Hold on. All right. He was having trouble remember what was happened. At the end of number 4, he figured out what happened. And basically, also, there was a little subplot, not a subplot, it was part of the main plot. But basically, that he had these omens that were telling him things that were going to happen. And they were omens. It was his blind apartment, a blind roommate, Al, that was writing these omens for him. And at the very end of number 4, she told him that. She's like, I'm the one writing the omens. And so they're going to go, she knows where the bad guy is because she's been writing the omens. So she's going to take him to the bad guy, and then Deadpool. Wonder Man, number 2 out of 5. I like this series, but there is so many words. This took me the longest to read. There were so many words in here. The Sentry, number 2. I really like this book. It deals with depression, deals with loneliness, and dealing with like knowing you're bad and not being able to control it, and like just like the inevitability of it. It's very cool, very cool. I really like it. And then we got Mortal Thor number 9 and Mortal Thor number 10. Peak. I really like his character design. It's no magic in this story. Thor does not have a magical hammer. He's not a god. He's just a regular guy, and he has a hammer, a regular hammer, just a one you use for nails and stuff. and he ties a rope to it, and he like throws it, and it's like a freaking like a sword basically. And he's like, "Woo!" It's so sick. And the radioactive man in here, he's pretty cool. His character design, that looks like Kingpin, but in the actual book, he doesn't look like Kingpin. And he's really cool in here. So we will see. It is probably like 9:25, so time to go to the comic store. Also, I read Transformers by Daniel Warren Johnson. If you have never ever read any comic book, if you're my family watching this, if you've never read a comic book and you're interested in reading comic books, read Transformers. I know you guys have seen the movies. Nothing like the movies. Same sort of plot, but they add way more emotion and like a level of seriousness into this. And like the movies is just big explosion, Megan Fox, big explosion, Megan Fox. And then and here it's just amazing writing, amazing art. You feel every emotion that's put into the book. It's amazing. I love it. It's probably my favorite series. I'm halfway through the second volume right now, and I have the third one on the way. So there's that. And then that was all my books finally. So this is the fit check. We got a Star Wars shirt from Target. It was like $10. And then we got our cargos. And then we got green dunks. And our pocket figs of the day are Darth Jar Jar and Darth Vader. Peek. Alright. So, time to head to the comic store, y'all. And we can finally get all of our books and be on time. The last 2 weeks we've been late, so we're making progress. Also, what would you guys else would like to see throughout the week? Because I play basketball, I play video games, so I can like start streaming on TikTok or on Twitch and see if you guys will like that. But yeah, to the comic store. All right, y'all, we are in the car, and damn, can you stick, bro? It is a beautiful day outside. So, popping a wet pillow. Anyways, have not seen the Punisher special yet, and I'm kind of mad at myself that I haven't watched it yet. But I hear it's good, so excited to watch it. NBA, so happy the Thunder are getting the hate they deserve. Spurs in 4, and I hope the Cavs win on the Eastern Conference Finals. Dude, my eyes are so watery right now. I hope the Cavs win on the Eastern Conference Finals side, but it's not looking great for them, you know? I just hope that Harden gets a ring by the time he ends his career, but he's probably not. Haven't been playing Siege. New season comes out in 2 weeks, so I'll play it in 2 weeks. I've been playing Apex Legends. That is so chaotic. It is so fun, but man, it is chaotic. My eyes, I can only play like 2 games of that because my eyes just like, I turn away from the screen and I still see stuff on the screen when I'm not looking at the screen. It's crazy. Yeah, if y'all play Apex though, add me on Steam. So what else is there? The Giants are being the Giants. Dude, my eyes are so watery. I'm sorry, y'all. Holy shit. Star Wars news. With the predictions for sales of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, they already canceled Heir to the Empire, Rey Skywalker's movie that's supposed to be after Episode 9. It's supposed to be about her building her Jedi Order, and it's supposed to be nothing like the other 2 Jedi Orders, because clearly the first one was wrong, and the second one was even more wrong because he was trying to be like the first one. So that would have been an interesting Jedi Order to see, but they already canceled the movie before Mandalorian and Grogu came out, so that was kind of annoying. I didn't like that fact. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see what's happening with Star Wars movies now, because they were supposed to be moving into like an Avengers type thing with Ahsoka, the Mando. That Jedi Order was kind of supposed to blend into it at the very end. But they were supposed to bring in Ezra and the Rebels crew, Mando, Boba Fett. All of them were supposed to be like an Avengers level like movie type thing. They're all going to gather together after like 3 movies and be a team for the New Republic. And that was going to lead into the Empire coming back. And then after the Empire comes back, it would have been the Rey movie. So it would all tie in really good if they gave it the chance to cook. Like, let it marinate, bro. Sorry, I get real emotional about Star Wars because they just make dumb decision after dumb decision after dumb decision, and then Maul came out, and I was okay. So we have that. What else is there to talk about, guys? Come on, think of some. Football. Nope, football hasn't even started yet. What am I talking about? Baseball, basketball. I didn't talk about football. Siege, Apex, Star Wars. What else is there, yo? I haven't been building my Lego Star Wars sets because I'm waiting until the end of June to tell y'all the news. But if it doesn't happen by the end of June, then there is no news to tell. So by the end of June, if nothing happens, then I will start building my Lego sets. But until then, we have to go to the comic store because I told you I wouldn't be late. And now I got 10 minutes to get there. So see y'all when I get there. All right, y'all, we have made it to our destination. Finally on time. We are 5 minutes early. So I have some questions for y'all. If you guys have never been into comic books, which superheroes are you interested in? Like from movies and shit like that. And also, do you guys watch Star Wars? Because if not, I will start reviewing all my Star Wars books in depth to get you guys Star Wars fans. I will make you guys the #1 Star Wars fan with the most ball knowledge in the world. Back to my questions. Yeah, what's your favorite superheroes from the movies and stuff like that, so I can start collecting more of them and talking about them, because I want to talk to you guys about superheroes. So in the comments, let's start making some conversations about random stuff, about random superheroes, random Star Wars people, your favorite Star Wars moments, your favorite superhero moments, all that stuff. So let's start chit-chatting in the comments. If you guys don't follow me on TikTok, follow me on TikTok. It's at Elevated Comics. I just post every day is a different trend. So like there's a page of the week, there's my comics that I read throughout the week, there's my comic book recommendations. If you guys are new to comics, there's on Thursdays we do recommendations. So for new comic books. And what's the next one? Friday's favorite cover Friday. So your favorite cover from the week. Saturday there's nothing. Sunday is page of the week, my favorite page of the week. Monday. So yeah, throughout the week, I've been trying to I used to post daily and I was slacking all of May. So starting today, I'm going to be posting daily on TikTok. So it would be very helpful if you guys followed me and kept me on my, like made sure I was doing it. Be in the comments and be like, I'm ready for tomorrow, or don't be late tomorrow, or so excited for this streak, or random shit, you know? Hype me up, please! I need to get out of Modesto, man. Anyways, it's been 3 minutes. I had 5, so now I have 2 minutes to walk into the store. So, B-roll. All right, y'all, we made it back home with all our pulls. I didn't get a short box because you'll see why. I thought it was gonna be a light pull week, to be honest, like under $100, and I spent $130, so not a light pull week. We will start with our DC books. We got Absolute Flash, number 15. I'll step back. Very peak. Absolute Green Arrow, the most anticipated #1 of the week. Catwoman. I got this variant cover because it looks like poker cards. Not poker cards, but like playing cards. It looks cool. And then we got Deathstroke, Terminator, number 3. This is a really good series. It's like Punisher, but better, I feel like. Lobo, number 3. I'm going to give this a series some hope because it's a next level series. DC's been killing it with all their next levels, except for Batwoman. Batwoman, trash. But I don't really like the way he depicts other characters other than Lobo. So we will see if they keep messing up other characters. But yeah, we're iffy on that one. New Titans, number 35. Okay, I have a gripe with this one. They've been saying for 3 issues that there's going to be a new team. I haven't seen anything about a new team. I'm like kind of irritated because it's supposed to be Red Hood training this new team, and he's my I'm most interested in Red Hood out of everyone in DC. But everyone's telling me there's no good books, there's no good trades. Like every writer just like completely cooks the character. So I haven't even read any Red Hood just to stay away from the bad parts of it. But I've been waiting and nothing's been happening. They've been getting hypnotized by a coffee pot, and it's whatever. Next issue, Nightwing, The Forest, number 138. I really like this arc. Really like horror-esque. Really cool. So I got this variant cover, and then I got this A cover. Peek, peek. All right, that was my DC books. Now let's start with our Marvel books. We got Amazing Spider-Man, number 29. I have good hopes for this one because number 28 was really good. When number 28 left off on no leading into another arc. So this is a brand new arc. We're gonna see what Peter's been up to. Fantastic Four, number 11. The Invinciwoman is coming to Earth, and she is gonna wreak havoc on all the Avengers, probably. So we'll see who dies. The Punisher, number 4. Now we get to see the Punisher in full Punisher mode. No, like, chip in his brain, stopping him from being violent, and he's just gonna go full Punisher. So we get to see Red Band Punisher. We got Reborn Ultimate Impact. So the people from the Ultimate series has been canceled by Marvel, and they're bringing those people, some people over into the mainline universe, and this is going to be the series that does it. Reborn Ultimate Impact. They're going to bring some of the characters from the Ultimate Universe into the mainline universe. Very peak, very exciting. Rogue, a DNA cover. I really like the Rogue series so far. You get to learn her backstory, her history. I never knew Mystique was her mother, so that's the most interesting part to me. So, very peak. Sorcerer Supreme, number 6. On the bottom, I think that's Loki, but I honestly want to say it's Null, because Null has a series going on right now, and Loki doesn't have a series going on right now, and no other series has talked about Loki. So maybe it is Loki, and this is his first time being appeared, but who knows? Inglorious X-Force. Yo, that guy looks like Taskmaster. I don't even know who that is, so we'll find out. X-Men United, Beast. Yo, Beast character is actually very interesting. He is like sick in the head. Like he thinks that he's very pacifist, and he thinks there's a way to communicate with everyone. You just got to give them what they want or what they need, or how to understand with them and stuff like that. In the last issue, he basically sacrificed this lady just to see if his hypothesis was true. That's fucking wild. You're gonna kill someone just to think you're right? Nah. All right. Wolverine, Weapons of Armageddon. This guy is finally going to fight Wolverine. That big, bulky guy is going to fight Wolverine. And the new version, Super Soldier, the best version of the Super Soldiers that I was talking about earlier, he's going to fight him, Wolverine, this guy. So, we will see how that ends. And Venom, number 258. I'm pretty sure I dropped the last book of this, or it was Black Cat. But one of those two, like, just gave me a really bad, and like, vibe with the Venom series so far. So, hopefully this one's good. It's got Spider-Man on it, so might be a good book. Because the Black Cat and the Venom ones, I did not like that one at all. And then because I didn't know how much I was going to spend, and I didn't know if I was going to get a short box, I for sure got Transformers Volume 3. So, Pinoy Wonder, if you're watching this, thank you. Also, I made some friends in the store. He saw me grab that Volume 3, and the guy next to me in the line, he was like, "You read Transformers?" I was like, "I just started reading it. It's so peak." And he was like, "Yeah, dude." And he was like, "So what's your thing? Like what Marvel, DC, Image?" I was like, "It's Star Wars, actually. I read all the Star Wars comics, and I'm just hella into that." And it got me into all the other ones. So this is my very first Daniel Warren Johnson book that I told him. And then the cashier heard that as well. He was like, "What?" He was like, "All right, your next trade is Do It Powerbomb." So that's my next trade that I'm going to get, is Do It Powerbomb. And then after that, he said, Daniel Warren Johnson came out with a comic 10 years ago that's called Extremity. I've heard of it. It sounds good. People have always raven about it. So Do It Powerbomb, Extremity, and then, oh, I also said that I've never read any Invincible. Everyone in the store looked, there was like 20 of us in the store. Everyone stopped talking, and they just looked at me. They're like, "Are you fucking serious?" I was like, I'm sorry, because the comic store is called Invincible Comics, so everyone in there like fucks with Invincible basically. They all talk about it and stuff like that. I'm just there with my hands in my pockets, like I don't know what you're saying, but so I gotta start reading Invincible Comics. I might read the first. I might buy the compendium because I don't have any compendiums. That might be my first compendium, so very excited for that. Let's see some pages inside of this Transformers book. It's by Daniel Warren Johnson and Jorge Corona. I want to give you guys a full page because that's just their best work. Or maybe not. So let's just go with this one. Peak. Dude, I love the art in this book, yo. You guys, please, at least one of you guys, if you guys have never read Transformers, just buy the first volume and tell me your thoughts. If you like it, thank me. If you didn't like it, you can blame me. Ha, it's a bar. Anyways, no short box today. We spent too much money. It was a good comic book day today. So that was all my books for the week, and this is going to be the end of the vlog today. It might be a longer video, it might be a shorter video. I don't really know how this went. So thank you guys very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Please follow me on TikTok. Exactly that. Follow me on TikTok. Love you guys. Be safe. Stay elevated. Peace.